Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. I am covering the Summer Wells case. Summer Wells, little girl from Rogersville, Tennessee, Hawkins County, went missing June 15th, 2021. Still has not been found. Where is Summer? Let's talk about Don and Candace Wells. The two people that were closest to Summer Wells. They lived on Ben Hill Road, Rogersville, Tennessee. They are not cooperating with the investigation. I want to remind you again, they are not cooperating with authorities into finding what happened to their little girl, Summer Wells.
Investigators say Candace Bly and Donald Wells are no longer cooperating with the investigation into the disappearance of their daughter, Summer Wells.
Are they still cooperating?
No, they're not cooperating right now. They have attorneys.
Is the family still cooperating? I know you said, obviously we know Don's there, but like the mother and all those other people, are they still cooperating?
No, they're not cooperating right now. They have attorneys.
So now we're going to talk about Don Wells. Don Wells here, the habitual offender, prime suspect in the disappearance of Summer. He has 40 years of criminal history all across the country. Violent crimes. The neighbors of Don Wells are saying that Don is going around the neighbors trying to talk to kids. Yeah, very weird, bizarre stuff that I'm hearing right now. I want to show you a post someone made, a neighbor of Don Wells made on Facebook. Check it out. Okay, so an Amanda Hall, and she tagged a Sean Hall and 3 others, made this post on Facebook. Just going to throw this out there. People in the Grassy Creek, Beach Creek area, be aware of your surroundings at all times. Donald Wells, all capitals, is going around meeting his neighbors, trying to talk to kids, especially little girls. I know this to be a fact because he did it to Riley while she was at her papa's. He was telling her how Summer was taken and they can't find her. Thank God somebody was there to prevent what could have happened. And then now, in all caps, do not let your kids out alone. I'm not saying he's guilty of his daughter being missing. I'm also not saying he is innocent. I don't know. But I will say this, he isn't neighbors with Riley's papa. So why he was out there and stopped by for no reason makes you wonder. This has been reported to the cops. He's also been seen in Light Holler, Sullivan County, meeting neighbors, was carrying a gun on his side. So again, be aware of your surroundings. Watch your kids. What in the world is going on here, people? Don Wells going around the neighborhood with a gun on him, trying to talk to little girls? Whoa. It's kind of scary, considering Don Wells has been in trouble all across the country for violent acts, even in Arkansas, breaking into a woman's garage and stealing her panties, burglaries, assaulting his own wife. Many mugshots of Don Wells. So what is going on with Don Wells and the neighbors? I don't know. Why is Don going around trying to talk to the neighbors and trying to talk to kids when his own daughter's gone and he's the prime suspect in the disappearance of his little girl, Summer Wells? It's kind of strange. Is Don, or has Don in the past had this bright idea, maybe he'll snatch another kid and then kind of say, hey, there's a pattern going on. There's a kidnapper on the loose, because he keeps saying Summer was kidnapped, even though authorities say no evidence whatsoever of an abduction or she's been trafficked out of the community. Maybe Don Wells is trying to, I don't know. What do you think? By talking to the neighbors' kids and the neighbors and going around there and the neighbors is starting to creep out the neighbors? Yeah, Don Wells is creeping. It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. Would you want Don Wells as a neighbor? knowing all the criminal history in the past of what he's done, I would, if Don Wells moved into my neighborhood and I had kids, I wouldn't even let the kids go out. I would almost move myself. No children are safe around the Don and Candace Wells clan. And I say that with sincerity. I say that reporting based off the patterns and histories of both Don and Candace Wells. It's scary. It's scary. And their own daughter's still gone, and they're not cooperating with authorities. Why? Why? It's been over 2 years. It's a little girl. It's their own little girl. And their boys were taken away. But we reported yesterday that it's probably 100% most likely that the boys will never return as juveniles to the Wells. They're in a better life, more safe, secure, fed better housing situation, probably around better people. It's scary. What's your thoughts on Don Wells and the accusation there of the neighbor? Unless the neighbor's lying. In fairness, do you think the neighbor's lying? Do you think the neighbors are just not telling the truth? I think all the neighbors, based off me being there, were very scared of Don Wells. When I was out there talking to many of them think that Don Wells is involved with the disappearance of his own little girl. Don Wells doesn't seem like he has any support around that Ben Hill Road area where Summer Wells went missing. June 15th, 2021. Is Summer around the house? John Pruitt, the lead detective, Hawkins County Sheriff, thinks Summer is somewhere there. What's your thoughts? Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button covering the Summer Wells case. Where's Summer Wells bringing attention? Check out my playlist. We will talk soon. Justice for Summer Wells. We are Summer's Army.